Hi, it's Carrie with UVP Sea Wolves. You think you have a rough place to work. Yeah, some jobs are a little harder than others. This is going to be the backstory behind the footage you're watching right now, and that soon to be seen mammal uh, in this footage, there with the flippers on, the fins, excuse me, is my husband. And this is him filming for a television show. And yeah, that's a really big tiger shark. Stop right there. Yeah, so he lived. This is my attempt to get some stories about what goes on behind the scenes when you're filming something that involves a great deal of, shall we say, danger, although, it's kind of what you did for a long time. But
Yeah.
we'll show the rest of the footage. But, Scott has been a filmmaker, underwater filmmaker, for a long time.
About 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
So, and he kind of stumbled into it a little bit, but and we'll tell that story another day. But
I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
he actually has specialized kind of in filming like the dangerous predators of the
Well,
ocean.
the hard to reach.
The hard to reach.
The ones that are
Yeah.
difficult for other people to get.
Yeah.
And tiger sharks really don't fit into that category
Not,
anymore,
not,
but really big ones sometimes do.
Scott is, dark night, dark boat, dark water, lots of, waves and chop. He'll see
Yeah.
something go by, and his first thought will be, I'm going to get in there and film that.
Yeah, what's in that
The
blackness?
the rest of us are like, oh, heck no. So
Yeah.
this footage, we just saw a little bit of it. Can you give us a backstory to why you were there?
I was filming for a show that shall not be named. And they really wanted me. This English producer who had never worked on the ocean before says, "Right, Scott, well, what I want you to do is I want you to get in the water, right? And I want you to get right up on this shark from the left. I want you on the left. He has to be on your left because look at the sun. So as he's on the left, I want him to come up and bite the raft." Okay, well, first of all, I can't tell you where I'm going to be with this shark. They're master swimmers. And second of all, it's a BF predator, and he's going to go wherever the hell he wants to go. And I know tiger sharks, they don't really bite flotsam. They don't bite stuff on the surface. And I said, you're probably never going to get this shot.
So you were like, these are in my years of experience. I
Yeah.
can tell you that this will not.
This ain't my first
will not
rodeo.
be.
And the point is that when you're filming wildlife, you can't cue the whale and expect anything like that. I get in the water, and I'm looking at this big tiger shark that I know pretty well. A lot of divers that dive this area know it very well. And the thing about tiger sharks is that if you want a good shot of a tiger shark, turn your back. And they know this. They
On
can
the
tell.
shark.
Yeah.
Turn your back on the.
Yeah, and the shark knows which way you're looking. And he'll come up behind you, or she, in this case, will come up behind you. And you better have your count right, because sometimes they'll do an exploratory bite. And this is an animal that eats sea turtles.
So you turn your back and you count.
You count to 5. And I know this timing is something I know pretty well. So I see her back there, and I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I turn around, and there she is, right by me. And the thing about a tiger shark, especially the really big, sweet females, is that they're very playful and they're very, very intelligent, and they're just like big puppy dogs. And as soon as you turn and face them, they're like, oh, look, over here's plankton. I'm gonna go look at this. They don't think that you are worthy of being a prey item when you look at them. Only when you got your back to them, and they're really kind of playful that way.
You turn around and she's like, "Oh, I wasn't doing anything. I'm over here looking. There's some stuff,
Yeah. So, oh, look, a piece of seaweed. It's so cool,
I wasn't
and they're just
sneaking up
adorable.
on you or anything like that.
It's a half a ton adorable animal that
adorable.
when you turn your back on it, it sneaks up on you, and then when you turn around and face it, it playfully goes, oh, look over here, and it's just adorable. And anyway, you can see this in the shot. So.
Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking that, oh my God, this animal's going to come up and bite Scott, which, maybe she would if I didn't turn around, but probably she wouldn't. but I know this timing, and I turn around and there she is, and I
She's
deflect
like,
her
oh,
off. But,
tell
so
me though, did what happened with the footage? What happened that day you were underwater? You can see he's got safety divers with him and somebody else, of course, filming. But you can see he's the one doing the filming, which there's a lot of people in the water. So did it turn out like you thought it would?
well, whenever I dive in the water with big predators, I don't care if I have a safety diver or not. I'm alone, and so. Anyway, I turn around, there she is, and she deflects away, and I'm thinking, well, that's a nice shot. She's really close to me. And then she goes upside down and she bites the raft, and I'm on the left. She's on my right, and I'm like, oh, crap.
Oh,
So
no.
I'm like, oh, my God, I'm getting all the shots this director wanted me to get. This
that
is
shark
impossible.
is making a liar out of me.
Yeah, and so, I got up on the boat, and I said, well, I got all your shots. She was like, oh, right. Bloody terrific. That's just awesome. And I'm like, completely made a liar out of me.
Curses. Well, we're going to show the footage, and then Scott's going to talk about the different things that go on when what kind of shark, because he knows these, they know these sharks, kind of. And I've actually been in that area, but I was in a shark cage, and there were no tigers around. It was just lemon sharks. And Scott is on the outside of the cage looking at me going, are you okay? And I'm inside the cage going, what do you mean, am I okay? I'm inside the cage. So he's out there. The sharks are all going all around. So he thinks about these animals a lot differently than you and I. So let's take a look at that footage, and he'll talk about what he actually was thinking when those large predators were floating by him so gracefully.
So this is me in my office. This is where I'm the most happy. And you can see, even though I do got safety divers around, they're not even
They're
in the
nowhere
screen.
near you.
And here we are.
Oh, there's one. Okay.
Yeah, there's this a big beautiful predator swimming overhead, and these tiger sharks are old. A lot of these tiger sharks that we see are as old as I am, and I'm old. And they cruise around. They do really what they've been doing for 100 to 400 million years, and they really are the perfect predator. They haven't evolved much more since the age of the dinosaurs because they were already perfect then. Now here's the large one. Now see, she's coming up behind me.
You're counting.
And I'm counting 3, 4, 5, and I turn around and look at her.
She's like, I wasn't.
I wasn't.
There's a floating thing over here that I was actually looking at.
It's adorable. And so here it is, and I'm like, oh no, crap. It's right there. She's biting the raft. Oh gosh, and she's right on the exact side. So I was like, oh.
Now who is
that's me.
No, I know, but who's the shark? Do you know who the shark is?
Well, this particular shark, I think, was Ruby, and the other bigger shark is Emma.
Okay.
And Emma's a sweetheart. We've known her for a decade or more. And this is Emma. That's, as you can see, she's just a stunning and beautiful fish, and we all love her.
Big.
Oh yeah, she's a half-ton plus.
She has her own Facebook page, Emma Finn.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we all love this shark, and she's been around for a long time, and she's never attacked or bitten anybody, and she's always there for a great shot. She's shown up on Disney Channel, BBC, Discovery many times, and one idiot even put her to sleep with catatonic immobility by rolling her upside down. So, she's just a big sweetheart. If you look at her, it's just a graceful, beautiful 50-year-old animal that a lot of us adore. And so here I am. I see her.
There she is.
And so as soon as I start facing her, see how she changes direction. So, and here I am, close to the surface because they're all surrounding the raft.
Right.
And, I love it when she gets close to me, but sometimes I have to give a little nudge on the nose.
Oh, I saw that. So, look at that poor
Then I pet her on the back there to let her know that she didn't do anything wrong. Every time I ever have to give her a tap on the nose, I pet her right away. And she doesn't seem to hold any grudges. No. She's just a sweet
animal. You really
animal.
don't want a shark with a grudge.
No, you don't. But if you also, nowhere in there does she ever make an aggressive move.
It's just beautiful. Thank you for sharing the story behind that.
Enjoy.
So, yes, he did live. So this is another story behind the footage. It may look beautiful when you see it on TV. It's all perfect, and animals are, but it takes a lot of work to get those shots.
We don't show you the bad shots. Not very often, unless that's all they got, which does happen. Sometimes we have an entire week out on the ocean, and we get 30 seconds of bad footage, and that's all we got. So, but the bottom line is when you have a team of people on the ocean, you got a lot of mayhem, and for every one diver in the water, you usually got about 3 or 4 people up on the boat, and sometimes it's a small army. And in my personal opinion, my favorite way of filming is me in a boat in the water alone. Here's the thing: the ocean, the footage that we have in the past is so valuable because a lot of the animals that I've filmed no longer exist, especially in the areas that I filmed them. The ocean is ever changing, and I've spent my life underwater, and it truly is changing. So when you have some old footage, regardless of format, I encourage other filmmakers,
Get that
now and
old
old
stuff
ones.
out, dust it
Yeah,
off, and even if nobody wants it for TV, get it up there on YouTube and archive the story on how you got it,
yeah,
because that is, I would love for other people to do that, because the rest of us out there who, will not get out of the shark cage, if that, I don't even really like going out on the boat, to be honest with you. This is we love to hear, oh, that happened. He'll tell a story. I'm not kidding, and he'll be like, that fish tried to kill me. It's, oh, it looks really beautiful. Are you kidding me? It came up from behind. I'm like, what was it? It was a grouper. It's interesting.
it was a bastard fish.
So
Sometimes you
yeah.
have them. The thing about fish and sharks is that a lot of people that haven't spent the time in the water is that fish are like dogs, they're like cats, they're like sheep, they're like other animals that we love and identify on the land. They are individuals and they have little personalities. Even though they don't have eyelids and don't blink, doesn't mean they don't have emotions and fun with them. I've seen animals as this big play with me. I've seen animals as big as a shark play with me. I've played with a baby dolphin. I called it shell hockey off the coast of Colombia. And it's this incredible interactions of humans in the water. And if you got a camera and if you're recording that, there's a chance that it's the only type of footage in its existence. So, and you should share it whether you're
Share
paid
it
or
and
not.
share the story. I just would love to see that. But he's got footage from how many years? 20 years of filming, and a lot of it they won't use anymore. They can't use it because it's not the right
Old
quality.
format.
It's
Yeah,
not the right
old
format,
yeah.
and I don't care. I don't care. I just want to hear the stories, and I want to find out. It may be old format, but I don't care.
Well, she
So
does treasures. She goes and
yeah,
she finds things and she reuses them for treasures, and that's the basis of what we're doing here. My
yes,
footage that I have that's on old i8, very few people ever want that now. But the animals that I filmed no longer exist, and so they're valuable.
yeah.
And that footage is being recycled, so we're kind of uploading it so people can enjoy it. And
Well,
occasionally we do find it
yeah.
in other shows, but not
And
very
to
often.
break in there, if people think, if especially most people, if they think they have to have super high end, top of the line, very 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 expensive cameras to ever capture anything of value, that will discourage a lot of people from even trying. So I've seen a lot of great footage captured on a GoPro, and in fact, we actually have what we call a shark cam footage of a camera that's been attached to the back fin, the dorsal
Hmm.
of a shark, and the shark is the one filming. It's swimming, and you can see its head, and it's coming at people. And so if you only think I have to have a red cam and this housing, when you go out to the park or wherever, you're never going to do it. You have to just leap in and do it and tell the story because it's fun.
Well, sometimes when you're swimming after a whale or you're trying to intersect a whale, pushing around a 75-pound camera is not really an option. So,
Mm.
even though I'm filming something even today that is very important, I'll just take a GoPro camera with lights and put it up in the highest resolution and jump in the water and try to intervene with
Yeah.
that animal so we can get the shots. How we get the shots is it varies as much as every diver. But the
Hmm.
bottom line is get in the water, film the animal, and share it, especially if
Share
it's
it,
an endangered animal.
especially with
Just
people who
remember,
can't
do not
dive.
get in the way of a marine mammal. Don't
No,
do it. No harassing.
no, no means no.
No means no. And
No.
they'll
Do
let you
not
know
create a
that.
hostile
I've
environment with a
I've been
humpback whale.
yeah, I've got 4 cracked ribs from a humpback whale. I've been pushed out of the water by a gray whale, and I've had
But and
a
now you really, because you
well,
aren't
yeah.
supposed to go near them.
Well, they came to me,
They
and
came to him. Yeah, you're not supposed
it
to.
didn't work out well.
Yeah,
Anytime a 200-pound monkey gets in the way of a 50,000-pound animal, guess who wins?
it's like I think Jacques Cousteau said, life resists arbitrary boundaries. So they don't necessarily follow the rules that we think going to, but we have to try on our part. So thank you. I'm waiting for the next bit of footage because I know there's a lot out there. And the stories that he tells are they're so fun. So thank you for sharing with us, and hopefully you'll like the video and you'll subscribe to our channel. So thank you.
Bye, guys.
Oh, as my dad would say, enjoy
Enjoy your
your
day.
day.